But yeah, that's basically
my headphones. Hello. Okay. I'm so sorry. I thought, and I'm gonna be dead honest, it's another one of those where like my headphones weren't working for some reason, so you're just now hearing this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I have my stream pull. I have a
No
stream
worries,
pull.
it's all good. It's all good.
Well, it's also good. So I'm gonna go and say this: keep drinking water. It's beneficial for health and hydration. It's beneficial for health, not. Darkest most amount of water. So we see, Mr. Force replenish the source from mostly matter. Thank you. We are back playing Call of the Wild, the Angler. Let me reiterate that. It's so we decided, and I have a perfect solution. Now I'm only gonna rant about the Mob of the Dead thing I had ranted about, and you can rant about the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
But what we decided.
I mean, I wasn't really gonna rant about the NFL much after that. I was just gonna talk about like comfort characters after that.
It's about anything.
But yeah, you only rant. Yeah.
If we play this game, we thought we want like a chill game where we're just fishing and just podcast talking. We don't know what we're gonna name this podcast whole thing yet. I guess we'll come up with that. Maybe at the end of this.
Yeah, we'll just come up with that.
Offline, we'll see.
Got another fish on right there. That's fish number 4.
Okay. I saw there was a fish I was supposed to catch, but I was still trying to set things up, so I'm getting back.
Yeah, I mean, like, once you see the strike option, you have got to set the hook on it.
Yeah, I know. And that's why
Another largemouth right
I'm
there.
back, and I'll be locking in. We are okay now. Anyways, first of all, updates on me. I'm just going to say this in short, so I can get to the next topic instantly. Because of P. Diddy's, he got away with the SCX trafficking stuff. I am not celebrating Independence Day because we don't feel independent. But if my family were to do something like just to spend time with family, I would do that. But I'm not going to be appreciating America. Now, I do like the history of this country. Don't get me wrong. I like George Washington. I think Abraham Lincoln. I can't even. My age, I can't talk today. Abraham Lincoln. I wonder if Lincoln in Nebraska is based on Abraham Lincoln. I don't even know.
I have no idea.
Shower thoughts.
I don't know. I mean, Lincoln's dead. And he was assassinated. The weird thing, man, I don't know if that kid was trying to recreate history, like. But I'm telling you, though. I mean, is Trump the best president, though? I mean, I'm not gonna say like he is. I mean, he's got a lot to do.
Yeah. With the
and also, dude,
Alcatraz,
gas prices are actually finally starting to go down.
Safe again, and then PD getting away with his heinous crimes. I don't think it's the perfect time to feel safe. So Independence Day is just going to get marked off for this year. Maybe next year I will appreciate America if things go back to smooth sailing. But we are on the stream, and we're streaming because we're on the stream, fishing on a stream. We're probably actually on a river. A river stream, same thing.
Just fishing and talking about random stuff.
It's gonna change in like 5 minutes. Anyway, in actually 2 minutes.
Yep. That's how it rolls. Like you're just talking about one thing and swap to the other.
Alligator Alcatraz. No, Alcatraz Island. So my favorite map from Call of Duty Zombies is Black Ops 2's Mob of the Dead, which is based on the real life location Alcatraz Island. I think it's a really cool map. This storytelling, Johnny Cash's song gets thrown in there. Rusty. I'm gonna break my rusty cage. Goat legend, by the way.
I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run.
And then also just the atmosphere, the wonder weapons, Blundergat. Bro, if they bring back Mob of the Dead again after the Blood of the Dead is just the biggest disappointment, and it's on Black Ops 4. The biggest disappointment I've ever seen. Because the Easter egg is way too complicated for a casual. It's just like, it's not even a casual player's game anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then they teased it. I mean, people are thinking the cages are probably Mob, again, for Black Ops 7. But seemingly, it's going to be Transit coming back for Black Ops 7. Now, I'm not so confident about it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens when we get more updates. This is after, obviously, my initial thoughts from what we already seen in the Xbox showcase. Yeah. Anyways, next one.
Alrighty. Right, let's see. So, starting off with the next one. Well, we're just switching it up to like comfort characters. Like I'm sure every person has got a comfort character.
Yeah.
And I'm sure of that.
I'm gonna come up with like my top 3. I have plenty.
I feel like I have got like.
3.
You were cutting out on me a little bit. Still
Boogaloo.
There you go. Now I hear you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's
like,
probably in my
I'm
mind.
telling you.
Might have glitched there for a second. I don't know.
Yeah, like everyone's got their comfort character. I feel like I have one too many comfort characters. Like I can literally name 5. 5 of those comfort characters is Mina from My Hero Academia. That's my number 1. Cause hello, I like Mina. Mina is underrated. Like she doesn't get enough attention. Mina is underrated. She's probably one of the best characters in My Hero Academia. Frick you, Bakugo. You suck. I probably just pissed off a whole bunch of Bakugo X Deku shippers. What? How could you say that?
And I gotta preface this.
Because why the crap was All Might Allow a
shippings of all
just to be a hero
are the Bakudeku shippers. One of the most toxic, and I'm experienced by that. Now, the ones that I still check up on aren't that bad, but they are just so cringe. Like, just let the show happen like normal, please. And you can still make up your own alternate universe. I don't mind that. But when you're like going too heavy, it's pretty much what I'm saying is, I don't like pro shippers. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I've seen like there's this new ship in My Hero now. Now that new ship is
there's like a new
Momo
ship almost
and Jiro.
every week.
That's the one new one I've seen. We go from freaking Denki and Jiro to all of a sudden Jiro. I'm like, this makes 0 sense. But anyway, back to the comic characters. Like, Mina's my number 1. I got Denki sitting at number 2. I mean, come on. It's freaking Denki Kaminari. How the crap do you hate him?
He's funny. I like him.
Shoot.
He's my,
crap. I got a big one. I got a big boy.
He's my,
Boy's fun.
If I want to have my ADHD class clown side, it's most likely from him and a mix of Sprig, Plantar from Amphibia. I don't know. Like, my ADHD side is a mix of Sprig and Gumball. Gumball, no, my number 1 favorite comfort character. If y'all don't know the Owl House, bro, I love, and this is a character that not a lot of people actually know, but Angmore is an underrated character. This character Angmore is just, I don't know, there's just something with him. It's just so comforting. It's like my spirit character in a way. It's like this piglet looking thing. Wears his gray hoodie and green pants. I think that's it. That was it. And he loves nature because he also loves butterflies. Oh, I just love nature like he does. Now, the Owl House is, I think, my favorite show with the best story, but my just favorite cartoon in general is The Amazing World of Gumball. And my second favorite comfort character, I don't even know favorite, but just next comfort character I would mention is Gumball Watterson. The classic, y'all know. Season 7's coming out on Hulu July 28th. Let's go!
The weird thing, man, I thought that getting canceled. Like, I don't know why. I thought it did. But anyway, let's see. I have Mina. I got number 3 is obviously Jiro because Jiro is just like she just represents me from like basically in high school. When I first got there, basically I just kept to myself and listened to my own music. But yeah. Alright, number 4. I don't know if I'm gonna get paid for this, but number 4 is.
I'm gonna give a shout out to an MJ character. Obviously, the answer was gonna be Deku. Like, me and him have the same MBTI, which is the Myers-Briggs personality types. We're both advocates. He's obviously my go-to character. But my second from My Hero Academia would be Denki. Because, why not?
Like, how can you hate Denki?
Yeah, I know, right? He's like, I have two personalities. My generalized personality, which is Deku. But once you get to know me and I feel close and connected, I can play a Denki's personality so well.
Oh yeah.
That's
I mean,
so
the
fun.
one reason I like Denki is because his voice actor is actually a fan of the Dallas Cowboys. Everywhere like he goes, he's always got a Dallas cap on.
And we're talking the dub
Andy,
version.
yeah. Yeah, Andy also noticed me on TikTok. He literally noticed me and shouted me out on TikTok.
Respect.
I was
Put respect. Shout out the actor. Literally,
when they finally noticed me, I literally just like flipped down. I'm just like, Denki finally noticed.
It cut out. It cut you out. It cut you out. That's so funny. But yeah, no, I would be excited as well, dude. I'd be. I don't even know how I would be. I'd be a little bit flabbergasted. I'd probably more likely be like,
Oh, yeah?
this ain't real. This is AI generated. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Is
The
this
whole
real?
thing
Is
about
that
how
real?
I feel like AI is just becoming the next big nemesis, not war right now. We should also focus on the rise of the metaverse. Just kidding. That's a whole 2020 joke. 2022. I keep saying either 2022 when I'm trying to say 2020 or 2020 when I'm trying to say 2022. It's so mixed up.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, so my cover character number 4. Don't know if I'm gonna get hate for this, but number 4 is Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim. Like, I don't know why I so low, but like she just relates to me. It's kind of like she's shy, awkward, but I mean it's just like, but still cool at the same time. God, she just really represents me all that well.
You see, you're similar to me at least. Strike.
Similar to me, strike.
Okay. Anyways, like,
What would you end up? Oh, actually, I just got fish in too.
In general, but when you're with your friends like me, you play this extroverted character, which is how our conversation right now is so well. Because we have the
What'd you end up with?
Yeah, like I would assume that you're kind of like more introverted in general, but outside of that. But when it comes to like hanging out, you have this like other side where like you feel trusted to show it. Oh, bluegill.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Alright, let's see. Who was my number 5?
My number 4.
Alright, so my number 5. Oh, sorry.
If I'm gonna say my number 4, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one to Hunter from the Owl House. I don't know. I relate to Hunter a lot.
Hold on.
That one, I just.
You wanna know
relate to his
something? I
character a
actually
lot.
have a friend in real life named Hunter, and he ended up getting arrested. But I mean, he's out of jail now, so.
Okay, that's very interesting information. He's probably hunting them good.
Sorry,
I don't know
Hunter,
what
if
I'm
you're
talking about, but.
Video. Just watch him pop up in your live stream and be like, I told anybody about that.
Things just pop up and go. Things just pop and go sometimes, you know?
Exactly.
But I relate to Hunter because of his autism, of course. Like, it's not confirmed, but it's like, you can theorize and speculate. That's all you can do. And that's what I have done. Like, I speculated for the best of that. And also, it's just that him feeling like he has no purpose. I feel that. I feel that deep in my heart. His reveal when we saw his face, I think it was the something Palisman. It was the title of an episode, Palisman, whatever it was, back in July 2021. Crazy how it's been nearly 4 years since that episode released. Bro, I'm telling you, I felt empathy for Hunter since I saw his face the entire time going into season 3 even as well. Bro, I have an AU where like he started a family. Like there's just so much, like I feel like Hunter would just like want to have a family where like he's not having to feel tortured by Balos. Because he's been suffering. He's technically a copy of Caleb in the story. Because Bayless just wants to keep him running in his mind. And Hunter is just a replica of that. And I definitely feel bad for Hunter. He was being used for the longest time, being enslaved. No one deserves to go through that experience. I hope what I'm also saying is somewhat inspirational. Maybe it is. Or if you just like me ranting about characters like we are right now, let's be honest. Like I have some like there's only really 2, maybe 3 MHA characters, which is why for me I'm mixing in different other shows. But we did mention the Scott Pilgrim character there, so.
Oh yeah. All right. Now I gotta think of my number 5.
I already know my next one.
Yeah. Let's make it like a freaking top 10. Why not? Screw it.
I mean, I'll use my brain.
I mean, same. I had to use mine. Alright, my number 5 has gotta be. It's gotta be Dewey Duck from DuckTales 2017. I mean, like, Dewey's the plain middle child. He doesn't get the attention he deserves. And yet, like, the dude, like, I mean, he's a nut job, but my God, he does anything. Like, if it involves him, like, it's like robbing a bank, Dewey would sure as heck do it if it meant YouTube content. And if it meant he'd be on the news getting some type of attention, he'd be fine with it. Or if it meant beating the living crap out of a YouTuber like Logan, I'm sure he'd probably do it.
What, you say Logan Paul?
That, I mean, just imagine, you got cartoon duck beating the living crap out of a freaking YouTuber.
That would be the funniest thing.
And let's be honest, nobody likes Logan Paul.
Have you seen the Donald Duck Hot Ones collab?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that. Imagine that kind of thing with what you just said and with Logan Paul, dude. Dewey. Uh-oh.
Dewey.
Whee!
Oh crap. Oh crap.
Oh, I got my fishing net secured.
Oh my God, I got mine too. Come on.
I think that's the first bird ball I got in this game.
Oh, another silver. Yeah.
That's what I like to catch right there. Keep it running.
Actually, wait, dude, look. Hold on.
Oh, his smile. It makes it even more sinister, dude. You caught a big one. Let's go.
10 pounds.
I need to make I'm sorry, but my net, my rod was so short. That's what she sees. So I need to strengthen that.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, basically, the more fish you get, you'll get coins, and you can use that stuff to buy like new rods and stuff.
I'm starting to get the gist of it from this now. Like we already learned it, and now I'm just kind of continuing to imply it. It's a vibe, honestly.
Another thing. I got another reason why Dewey is another one of my comfort characters is because the dude is exactly like me, how I started off on YouTube. Like, I literally just started out just like uploading random videos, and if that video got like 1 view, I would immediately just be like, oh my God, I'm freaking Will Smith, I am famous, I am making money, even if it is just 1 cent.
Sidetrack here.
Literally, you can find that kind of stuff on YouTube. You can find that stuff on YouTube.
Will Smith eating spaghetti from 2023 to 2025 AI videos, bro. It's so funny, but it's
Or
ridiculous.
what about the time he freaking Chris Rock? Or the time he slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars?
That was literally a year before. Wait, no, it's the same year, but before ChatGPT was released. Oh my gosh, what timeline are we living in?
I swear, the funny thing being is just like how Chris Rock laughed it off, and he's just like, Will Smith just smacked the crap out of me. I just like how he just laughed it off like it was just completely normal.
He seems to be pretty impulsive. You can just tell in his face.
When it comes to his wife. But the thing being, like, if you've seen the clip, you would see that he was laughing in the crowd and his wife was not laughing, and then all of a sudden, he just gets up, and all of a sudden he was here.
Yep.
He just walked off.
You know, a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, but sometimes it just happens to be live on an awards show.
There was this one video I seen where someone was making fun of it, and it was basically Bakugo making fun of Ochako, and Deku was laughing at it, and Ochako goes, alright, now I'm pissed. And he goes up on stage and just slaps Bakugo across the face. And Deku yells, holy crap, Deku just smacked Bakugo.
And you would think it's the other way
and then
around.
Deku yells,
Like,
"Keep
Deku would be
Ochoko's
the
name
timid one.
out of your freaking mouth!" Oh,
I feel
God.
like Deku would just get defensive about that because, you know, Bakugo will say anything at any point.
I mean, it's Bakugo. What do you expect?
Yeah, like that's just him. He's directly.
I can
mean,
honestly imagine.
He's very stubborn towards everyone, especially Deku. Like,
Very true.
We all know. My fifth
Yeah.
comfort character is easily N from Murder Jones. There's just something with him that I just enjoy. I have my sixth one as well, but N from Murder Jones, if you haven't seen it, it's an indie animation. They're currently now continuing any animation series that they started in 2023, The Amazing Digital Circus. But right now, I would say that Murder Jones is my favorite indie project I've seen, especially just in general. But they released it, the same company, it's the Glitch Productions. And I like the mystery of it, and the suspense, and the concept. I just think that Murder Jones is so cool. It just really is something that I feel like they really dug deep into the lore, and it's way much easier to put together than FNAF. I said it. It's much more engaging than FNAF's lore, because Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of complicating. We'll just also watch game theories just to see what they can put together and stuff. Because you just have to try to put the puzzle pieces.
I got a bass right before I reeled in my whole. I got him.
Let me see.
4-pounder. Okay, I'm just going to slowly just turn around.
It looks like you have a puppet on. Like it looks like I can barely tell that's a fish.
Like a freaking ventriloquist.
Yeah, something like that. It looked like a bullet for some reason. I don't know what my mind was thinking. I was like, what is that metal looking thing in your hand?
What the crap's the metal thing? The metal thing's a freaking fish.
Yeah, I know. That's how distinct it is. It's unique. Anyways.
Alright, let's see.
Also, quick shout out.
My number 6.
Found it on Instagram.
Sorry, continue.
There's this series called Brooklyn and the Brooklyn Broke the Universe that needs to get funded by July 13th. I actually think that this show looks really cool. I like the idea of it. It's by 2K Dollar, however you say it. Shout out him. If you want to go, if you're interested in checking it out, please check that out on Instagram and go to that link and fund. Because I actually did pay $10 and it's currently in pending because, well, we're waiting. It's basically like whatever it's called, like the attempt to pay it, but if it doesn't go through, then it just comes back because it's like we're trying to get the question in to actually have it fund. So hopefully that gets funded. So if you want to interested in that kind of concept, you go check it out. More details on the Instagram page. With that being said. What's our next characters? I think we can go 10. We can go like
I'm down for top 10. So
and then we'll
number
do
6.
And then after that, we'll do a top 3 characters that we ken the most, which means which characters do we think represents us the most? These are just characters that I feel comfortable with. Even if I was my own character, I feel connected with. Not the characters that represent me the most. Some of these do.
Yeah, then we could just do one of like a top 5 most hated characters.
Maybe. And I'll just do based off like what I know. It may not be up all time, but from Gumball, I definitely have some. But number 6.
Alright, for my number 6, like I don't think you've seen DuckTales, but like it is definitely gonna be Violet Saberwig from season 2 of DuckTales 2017. That right there is a good underrated character. I mean, I'm telling you. The thing about her is just how, like, she's freakishly smart, knows different languages, and I mean, my God, she's just one of those cool characters. You never see a confident side in her until, like, it just comes to that kind of moment, where it's just, alright, I'm doing this, I'm doing my own thing, no one's stopping me. The one issue that a lot of people have with her for some reason is because, like, she had 2 dads, and some people thought that was weird, but I just looked at it and just went, oh, okay, I don't care. Because then again, I mean, I am a Christian, but I really don't care. I don't care if people are gay or like any of that stuff.
Yeah, I feel like people
really
just overthink a lot of stuff. They'll just.
But I mean,
too
Violet
much
is a cool character.
Yeah,
Violet's a cool character.
And I don't mind it. If it makes sense to story, then sure. But if it's in a creepy way, like the Loud House, where like you have one, and this is only because
One boy, 10
when you
girls.
put the puzzle together of what he did, the creator did, it just makes me not like the show anymore.
Wait, didn't he essay somebody?
It was initially alleged, but I'm pretty sure it is confirmed, which just goes to show.
Yeah, I think he
You
did,
have
and then he
one
got
brother
fired
and
from
all
the
these
show.
girls, 5 older and 5 younger siblings, and it just like it would have been a cool concept.
Oh yeah.
But when you realize what he did, I don't know if it was before, during, or after the start of the show's production, it just makes you really question. Like, but the show itself, I like the first 2 seasons, at least that they were good enough. But once you get to like season 3, it just becomes they're only milking it, and it got old pretty quick. At least SpongeBob took at least 5 or even 6 seasons before it became a bit too milked, and now it just is. Not every single episode's bad, but majority of it just feels like, it's just, it ain't it. SpongeBob
I'm just gonna say this. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I honestly, like, I think Nickelodeon has fully disrespected Steven Hillenburg's wishes. Like, before Steven Hillenburg passed away, he literally said, like, he didn't want no food companies doing, like, Krabby Patty meals and all that other stuff. But yet, Nickelodeon, right when he dies, Nickelodeon Wendy's to make one. And then you had one of his other wishes where he didn't want no spin-offs of his characters. But yet, Nickelodeon goes on, makes Camp Coral, and then the Patrick Star Show. It's like, who the frick cares if the creator's dead?
And
we own it now, so
last, like,
frick his wishes. We're doing what we want with it.
The most recent movie coming out was a Plankton movie. We got a Sandy Cheeks movie. We got another SpongeBob movie. Sponsored a run before that as well. Like, what the heck? What are these movies supposed to like suggest? Like, there was another movie, Sponge Out of Water, that came out before the passing. Obviously, it was 2015, like almost a decade at this point. It was already a decade old. I don't know. It depends on the month of its release of that year. And that movie was my second favorite movie, with the original being obviously the best. Like, let's just be honest, the original was the best, and the
original was actually supposed to be like the end of SpongeBob. Like, that was supposed to be like the series finale.
Yes, 100%, and that would have been epic. Even though I was literally born like several months after the movie released, still, like, crazy as it is. I'm basically born the same decade as the last Airbender anime, like, or animated show. Some people debate it's not really an anime, but at the same time, I claim
it as anime.
I think it's its own form of anime, not like Japanese anime, obviously not, but if it's its own version. Like, maybe an American version of it, I guess. I don't know. It's obviously an American.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, I mean, there's still a bunch of like other things that Nickelodeon has done. I mean, Nickelodeon, like,
because I watched it through Netflix on the side of my PC, I had it in the background as well, and I'd check in on episodes. Everything I saw, I think because of that, what I've seen, and I don't know why I missed out on the show so much. It's definitely top tier animated shows of all time, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I love Airbender, 100%. With all my life.
Yeah.
Now, Legend of Korra, I'm gonna say it, Korra is hot, but she's most likely a canon ship with the girls, so I'm not gonna say anything else rather than she's hot, but she's also really, like, she's cool. Her story is pretty much more in depth, which is why many people would say it's better than the last Airbender, because it's going in depth, but I like both respectively. They're really high up. I like both. Oh, yeah. For sure. I just have more connections with the last Airbender, because another one of the comfort characters. I'll go and just say my number 7, and this isn't directly in order, but this is just of the top characters. Whatever I list, these are just most likely my top characters. Aang, I just like him. He's like another side of me. I don't know. I like Aang.
Yeah.
He's just iconic. You can't go wrong with Aang, bro. Aang versus Broly? Nani? That's crazy. I didn't think that was gonna be a set for me, but hey, think about it, and maybe we'll see what happens. You never know.
Well, dang! I just caught an 11-pound pike. I swear, this is a whole lot better than fishing, because I mean, no matter if it's like rain or snow, you can still fish.
That's solid.
Alright, let me see. I know I need to say another thing. The thing with SpongeBob was like the show was like Hillenburg wanted to wrap up the show because he had practically just like he told the story. I mean, Plankton went off to jail and that was it. And after that, Hillenburg was just basically at a point saying if the show went on, the people would just get bored of it and stuff. And he was right. I mean, people are bored of it now because it's not like the original stuff. But yeah, Nickelodeon seen how much money SpongeBob was bringing in, and they sat there and just went, "Oh, come on, give us another one." And then after that, he just like, "Alright,
oh, come on, no, like that. Literally, all these companies only care about now is money. They're literally Mr. Krabs. All these companies are representing Mr. Krabs in real life, in real time.
Kind of like Disney with their crappy live-action movies. If you like the live-action Snow White, something's wrong with you. Check yourself into a mental institution.
Bring in the money. Now, I will say, Elio doesn't seem bad on paper. The movie Elio doesn't look bad on paper, but I think the character looks are sad. But the most important factor why it's not doing well, and this is one thing I don't like, when you misguide something, mislead information, and just lie about it. Like, Pixar announced that if you don't like original movies, the reason why we don't make original movies is because you don't go enjoy them and check them out. You don't like them. When the marketing just wasn't really there for many people. For me, it was on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube. But for most other people, it didn't seem to really go on their feed. They didn't really notice the movie as much. It wasn't really marketed well. So it didn't seem to do well at the box office, which is why it's considered the Pixar's worst performing movie by far.
Exactly. Alright, back to the cover character list. Alright, my number 7, it's gotta be Ochako. I mean, dude, how on earth can anybody hate Ochako? Because, I mean, like, I'm telling you, so sweet and kind. It's like you cannot hate her, but if you do hate Ochako, I will beat the living brakes off of you.
If I wanted to have a partner,
I will show no mercy.
It would either be my partner, my girlfriend, based on like MHA style characters. It would either be someone like Momo or Ochako. Those are the top two I kind of debate between, because I mean, one of them is hotter than the other. One of them is just so nice. Like Ochako is the nice one for me. Like Ochako is just so bubbly and like she's so understanding, and that's also why I relate with Dick as the character. He's the underdog.
Yeah. The only reason people like Momo is just because she's got huge boobs. That's pretty much it.
Let's be honest. she seems like that mother who would be very protective. Like she's like what I would imagine Nicole Waterson looking like in more anime form if she wasn't directly cast. She was human. They kind of give up the similar vibes. One of them is just more controlling and more like forceful, which is obviously Nicole. Like she's a bit more forceful, but it's also maybe because of her trauma in her family, which, like, again, one of the best episodes, and I can't confirm yet because I'm not done watching season 6. Within the next couple weeks or so, before obviously season 7 releases on Hulu, I should be finished, and I will eventually do like a ranking of the episodes, which could take a long time depending how that I gotta rearrange and all that, but just generally, I would say that one of the best episodes is the choices, which we get into like a good story of Nicole's, like, there's plenty of episodes where we get a little bit understanding of Nicole's character, and her mother is, I'll save that for when we get to the worst characters, if we do that. But I will hint that Nicole's mother is one of my least favorite characters generally. I can't confirm if she's one of them. Well, in case you know what, I can confirm. Anyways, but yeah, that was our 7th.
Oh yeah.
I guess I can go into admit. I can go and admit that actually my 8th would be Penny Fitzgerald. That's a surprising one. I actually have an alternate universe where like her real self is not actually perceived in the show, but it's a little bit more of my personality, where like she feels trapped and has to play this one character by her dad's expectations. I mean, the transformation, I haven't reached that episode yet, but from what I've already seen before, it's Penny's wish to escape the wrath of her father in a way, which I can, at least this is my interpretation of it. When I actually rewatch the episode fully, I'll have like a best and grasp of what the conversation was at that dinner table, but that is an iconic scene from the Gumball clips, which I have been checking out. I've checked out with them since 2018, 2019, the Gumball YouTube channel, by the way. So that's all I know. But I also just I'm a big Gumball Penny.
Hang on. Before we continue, we'll just listen to this.
My leg snapped! No! I'm gonna make it a little shorter, maybe.
It's just that one scene where Patrick's voice actor is just yelling, "I'll cut off your nutsack and nail it to..."
Oh my gosh, bro.
And then and then at the end of it, "That will be your balls!"
Anyways.
That's just when Patrick gets sent over the edge. Alright, so...
Yeah,
number 8.
I actually just resonate with Penny's character, and another one of my favorite episodes, which I think is just a really good one. I think a lot of people could agree. The Shell, I think it was from season 4. It's another really good episode. She's basically this is the episode where like the last episode we see on the show, we literally get to see there's a crack in her face, and then we get to see like her true form from the inside, and bro, it is so majestic. I love it. Top tier. Anyways, moving on.
Alrighty, hang on a minute. I got one person that's on the tip of my tongue for my number 8. Alright, my number 8 it's gotta be Ed from Ed's World. I mean, dude, Ed is just that one character that's like, you could be bored out of your mind, and yet it's just like, you know what, let's go do something. I want to go do something. Either he can just draw, or he just comes up with these, like, random adventures. And just kind of like whenever, like, him, Matt, Tom, and Tori got sent off to war when they did everything they could to escape. Or there was a time they went to go see a movie and they ended up getting cloned a bunch of times. And also, Ed just relates to me because, dude, like, people don't immediately think Ed whenever they look at me. Like, they look at me and they just think of, like some random guy. But on TikTok, I always would cosplay as Ed because, all I had to do was throw on a hoodie. I've got the hair color. I just had to throw on, like, a green hood, and that was it. But, yeah, Ed is my number 7. My number 8, sorry. Alright, you're up.
Good talk. Anyways, I have my 9th ready. I actually have my last 2 ready, and one of them is both of them are definitely distinctly different.
All right.
So I've already mentioned him before, but Spricklintar is actually one of my comfort characters for sure. Again, I kind of relate to him in a way with his personality, but I also just like how silly and goober she is, and he's a frog. Amphibia is actually another one of the animation shows that I think is pretty underrated now. Like, it doesn't really get brought up too much. It's an underdog from Disney Animation. It's one of those animation shows that Disney just released. I think it's actually top tier. Gravity Falls is like best in People's List, and I would say yes, story-wise it's better. But if I had to say a personal connection, I will see that Owl House is number 1. Well, Amphibia is in the top 5 for sure from Disney Animation. I definitely enjoy that show a lot. And Spricklintar's character, I like. Another one of my favorite ships, which I guess we can do comfort ships next. But Sprivy is one of them. But let's just mainly focus on the character now. I like his character. It's just silly. We get to hear. There's this one episode where they're in his pajamas and we're outside, and he just kind of tells his story, and it's just so heartwarming. It's just so sad, and you relate, and you kind of like understand his character, like feeling like he doesn't really have anyone. I think I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember feeling like the connection and empathy from that scene. Oh my gosh, I really do need to rewatch some of these shows. Once I get done with Gumball, I'll definitely have more freedom because I'm taking notes with Gumball, which is why it's definitely more harder to do other episodes, but this is just Gumball exclusively since I'm a Gumball fan, or I became more into actually connecting with Gumball way more in the last 2-3 years. I've always loved the show though. It's always been my favorite show for the last 6-7 years at this point. So yeah. Anyways, that's my 9th. My 10th will be a bit not expected. I don't think a lot of people would expect. Like, how?
Alright, so for my number 9, I gotta put Scott Pilgrim at 9. I mean, the guy is like, he's a geek. It's like he knows everything about video games. It's like you're stumped in a video game. Scott can just be like, okay, just gotta do this. And plus, the dude is a freaking music lover and a guitar player, exactly how I am, except Scott Pilgrim plays bass. He doesn't play like an electric or an acoustic. But I'm telling you, Scott just relates to me because it's just, like, he's just focused on having fun. But, I mean, he's got Ramona, which is awesome. He's got something I don't got, but I mean...
Oh,
I'm telling you, again, like, he's just playing goof. But, I mean, Scott Pilgrim, I mean, he's still just a big goof. You know, I mean, the guy's a freaking guitar player. I mean, that's one good thing I like about him.
I honestly...
And that's my 9th.
I feel like I probably would have had Scott Pilgrim on my number 10. I'll give Scott Pilgrim as my bonus for everything you just said, and just the connection he has with with Ramona. But my number 10 actually would have been a character that not a lot of people would expect. It's actually Hanako-ken, or his human real name is Yugi Imane from Tulip Bound Hanako-ken. I don't know what it is. I just think that his when it comes to my fun side, I resonate with him a lot. I just relate to his character a lot. Not that I'm a ghost or anything like that, but how disgusting minded I be sometimes. It's just I feel connected to his character in a way, and how I try to push people and help people out and assist them. Obviously he does it in a flirtatious way. That's just sometimes I'm like that. Sometimes I actually am like a Deku. But I think Hanako-ken's character, there's just something with it. I just like the way he's just there, and the story arc. I'm gonna try to get caught up on season 2 since I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna get caught up on season 2 shortly. For what I've seen from season 1, which I watched it, it was actually a couple years ago. I think 2022 or 2023. I low-key do not remember which year it was. I think it was 2023 that I had seen it, and dude, honestly, loved it. I loved what I saw, and I think everything that we've seen so far with Holy Bound TBHK is just, it's beautiful. So yeah, I honestly like a lot. I like his character a lot.
Oh, crap. I think I still have a monster bass on here. Yeah, I got a freaking monster on here, dude. Whatever the crap I'm finding, it's taking out a bunch of my line. Oh crap, I'm past 100. Good. Folks, we could be seeing our freaking gold. We could be seeing our first goldfish on here. He is currently about 80 feet away from the boat. Never mind, he's swimming back out. Now we're back to 90 feet away from the boat.
It's a struggle sometimes. Practice. I'm not even saying the word right, but practice makes perfect, in my opinion.
Very true.
But no one's truly ever going to be a perfectionist. That's perfect. It's just basically another word for flawless, another word for top notch. But it's not saying that but it's not just indicating you're the best. But it's just, I guess it's more of a mindset. Your mindset isn't particularly perfect, but you believe you are perfect in the mindset that you can get through it. Alright.
So we got the fish about 45 feet away from the boat. He just keeps fighting with me.
Let's come up with
Just surrender
three,
so I can eat you.
the top 3 characters that we feel resonate with us best based on our actual character, like ourselves in our life. Like what are the 3 characters? I can already at least name one.
Alright, okay, this one should be easy. See, my first one has got to be Dewey, just because of how, like, Dewey just relates to me because he's so confident in himself. It's like, no matter what he does, it's just, I'm going to do my best at it. It's going to look good. I don't care if I even die trying. And I mean, the guy's got a freaking YouTube channel. How the crap can you hate a man with a YouTube channel? Unless your name is Logan Paul, you deserve to be hated.
Is the YouTube channel in the show, or is it like actually a legit channel?
I mean, I think it's like, it's not a legit channel. It's all like Disney's YouTube channel, but I would recommend giving it a watch. I mean, Ben Schwartz does do the acting. Dang, shout out Ben Schwartz. That guy is a legendary actor.
Dude, Ben Schwartz, the actor of Sonic. Wait, what?
All right, we got him.
What the? What
yep,
you
he's
get?
gold. It's gold.
Yo, that's a long dude.
Dude, this is freaking 18 pounds. This is almost a 20-pounder.
Like, the shape of the fish is kind of curved. Like, it looks like his neck's about to be cut off.
I mean, it's a northern pike, dude. That's what they're supposed to look like.
More than psych. I'm going back over here.
That right there, it makes my 3rd golden. That is my 3rd gold, and I am now level 30, so I get new gear. Yay!
Obviously, my #1 character I resonate with most is Deku because my personality is the same. I just feel like that we have similar motives when it comes to. I mean, we have different interests. Sure, our interests aren't the same, but our motives in those interests and mindset in doing them are pretty similar. Like, he will do anything to sacrifice himself. I'm the same way. Like, I die for my family because I'm that type of person. I'm very selfless. I'm just a selfless person. I geek out on my interests, and I feel very awkward. Obviously, when it comes to streaming, I got better and I got more comfortable now. I'm just like, I used to be the class clown, but that changed obviously when the pandemic happened. And when I actually returned back to school, I thought I had my personality still with me, but September 26th, and this is like a select date.
I didn't mean to have that plane. Got another fish on.
That was random. Anyways,
got him.
And this is just a select date, but it's really just generally September 2021 is when I would say my depression was confirmed. That I just accepted it. That's when I was like, I accept that I'm actually not okay, and now I'm just still open about that being the starting point of my experience to this day. And then I just kind of like lost my friends back and forth when and this is when I had my like closest friends, but we're all good now. And this was just a low point in my life where it's just kind of like, if you're going into like early 2023, the first like 3-4 months were like I was just still out of it a bit. And here we are now. I'm streaming now because I actually am enjoying gaming. And there's a point where I was burnt out on gaming. So I do have the mindset similar to Deku now. Like, my personality became like his pretty much around that time as well. And I just became a bit more self-aware of myself and self-aware of what's happening around me.
Oh,
even
yeah.
though it's difficult, it actually it's like an inspirational, like, that's what happened with me, now here we are now, and I'm still gonna like push forward. Even if I'm not exactly who I was before, I kind of feel like I like being this rare type personality type wise, but like I also feel like when it comes to MBTIs, if you get one result, it's not just your entire personality. Like, each personality type is just a template. Whatever your interests are and what you like doing it just adds on top of it. It's what makes everyone unique. Like, I might be an INJ who likes listening to music. There could be another person with the same personality type, but they like, they're a video game geek, or they like Marvel directly. They don't like reading, or they don't really care about music. They're just they're materialistic, but they still have the intuition of understanding. Like, that's what makes us unique. That's why I love all people. It's when they're actually different people. People are individualistic. I like that. You continue to be yourself because it's only one of you that exists in this world. So be unique. That's literally my entire quote right there. That's what that's supposed to be about. People should be themselves. So I feel like Deku, I just resonate with him a lot. So. And I'm kind of an act fanboyish like him. I didn't admit that out loud. I did. Anyways, moving on. Next character. If we're coming up with our second character, this is where it gets a bit tough. Unless you have it in the bag, easy.
Yeah, I would have to say probably my number 2 would probably have to be. Oh god. I think I'm probably gonna get a little controversy on this, but I gotta go with Louie from DuckTales. I mean, Louie relates to me just because it's just like when it comes to one of those days where it's just you don't want to do nothing besides just like sit down and just watch nothing but TV. It's just you sit there, you just want to relax. Yeah, if someone comes in telling you like go do something, you're just like, I'll do it later, and then you just forget to do it. Yeah, he's basically a lazy character, and he just relates to my lazy side.
Yeah, for me, I'm similar, but I wouldn't just say I'm similar to a character because of one trait. Well, I have obviously multiple reasons, but for me, I do relate to where like I just have I want to have things I want to do, but there's some days where like I'm just so tired and I sleep later. Like literally July 1st, yesterday, I didn't wake up till 4 p.m., which is, last year in July, that's the normal time I was waking up, which was sad. And I didn't wake up that late this time. I woke up at like 1 p.m., so that was 3 hours earlier, better. But it's just like, it's irregular for me, and sometimes I just don't have as much energy to actually even get up. And especially if I'm not in a good mood, something had to mess with me, or it's just that I'm just tired, I'm not feeling well. Some days are different, some parts of my life it just happens. When I thought I was having a great time, something just happens out of nowhere and it just kills my vibe for a little bit, but eventually we get through it, I get through it, and I am able to like overcome and get back to doing a thing I wanted to do. And yeah, and obviously my next character is going to be Gumball Watterson. My curiosity for a lot of things, I'm such a very curious person, and I really relate to Gumball in that aspect. And then him, like, his, like, crazy spread of just, impulsiveness is where I relate to Gumball from my ADHD side. Obviously, I'm definitely more ADHD than autistic now because of the way I act and the way I may be speaking, even though I have a speech impediment, which could be from both, but it doesn't really matter. Speech impediment can be its own thing no matter what, and it's just diverse, and I love diversity as well. I love it. Shout out my English class. I learned that, even though I already knew what it was. But Gumball Watterson, he's such a fun character. He's so sarcastic, and I'm such a sarcastic, and analytical, sometimes critical, but I don't like to be the harsh critical person. But sometimes that's just part of my nature, and I'm not really just have to debate about things unless it's just things that I actually have fun with, like fast food stuff or stuff like that. Like the worst fries is Burger King. There's gonna be some people that might debate on that. Now I know what people will debate on and go argue against me, and I'm a big Gumball Watterson. Arby's fries are overrated. No, they're not. You just haven't really got into them. I have had them before. What are you talking about? Anyways, I like curly fries, but Arby's, I don't know. They just don't hit the same for me. Anyway, but yeah, I just like Gumball's character, and also he's a cat with a big head. I just think I like the design of the characters. I like the design towards the
You cannot go wrong with that stuff, man.
Yeah, I like Gumball's character. And I think his mother is, like, for what we know, let's be honest. Obviously, Penny, I relate to her more as my female character I relate to most, but I would actually say Nicole's the hottest character for obvious reason, but that's for another time. Anyways, Gumball's my second biggest kitty. I'll have one more to say, but time for our third character. Ooh, let's have fun with this one.
Alright, third character is Mina Ashido for me. Man, she's just like the type of person. It's like when you hear your favorite song come on the radio, like forget everything that's going on. It's like you want to shove out the bad and keep the good with the song. So all you want to do is dance to it. That's why I like Mina. She just relates to me. That's my number 3.
I mean cookies right now. Anyway, so Chips Ahoy and the Reese's one, crunchy. But my third, I'm going to a character. I may not said this one, but there's just something that again I'm gonna go back to let me think about it. I'm gonna go through my options again. So this character is kind of unexpected. I haven't said him. So Steven Universe. I think it's because of the trauma. I relate to Steven Universe for the trauma. Now, before explaining Steven Universe, I'm gonna say Hunter was initially my third. I'm gonna keep Hunter on my third. I'm gonna keep Hunter from the Owl House as my third because of the autism and the trauma part. But I'm gonna just say one more character just for like my fourth bonus would be Steven Universe for the trauma side effect. Like, we're both Leos. I hate being this zodiac sign, and I don't give two damns about astrology. I just say whatever I want, but I try believing in it, and it just does not make sense. I feel like a Virgo. So moving on. My Billy character is a Virgo, which is why his birthday is literally 3 weeks after mine. Extra one, so shout out that in the lore book of mine. I created, which the universe is based inspired on the Owl House whatnot. Steven Universe's character, I feel connected to his trauma. I relate to Steven Universe futures a lot, and a part of Billy's character, aspects of the privacy side of him and the trauma and the manic side, it comes from Steven Universe in a way. But the experiences are obviously different. But I just like if something like what I relate to Steven with the most is getting stressed and freaking out when things build up over time. My stress would be really high when things build up over time, like in a week, from that just really week span. If each day something just builds up, at the end of the week I'll just freak out. That's the kind of thing that triggers me. Or it's like in 5 days in a row it builds up. That's what I relate to with Steven a lot. I completely have similar emotions as he does. I have a hard time controlling my feelings at times. So, and I've done martial arts before. I've done karate, so letting y'all know, I have been there. It's a crazy experience, but I do love Steven Universe's character. I think he's just, I enjoy his character progression. I think Steven Universe is just show that I don't really know why people don't really care about it. I actually enjoy it. I relate to his character a whole lot, so that's my third. Okay, so my top three basically were Midoriya, Ezekiel Midoriya, Deku. The number 2 was Gumball Watterson. Number 3, Steven Universe. But
Steven
Universe is technically like my third, but Hunter is like he's like also there as well. It's like they kind of like Hunter would be number 3 if I wanted to include a character from Autism. But if I'm being realistic, I think Steven Universe is really what deserves number 3. Hunter's like a bonus one. I think I said Steven was bonus initially, but I'm actually gonna keep it as Steven is 3, Hunter's my bonus. Leave it at that.
And mine was Dewey Duck from 2017 DuckTales, Louie Duck from 2017 DuckTales, and then he had Minashido from My Hero Academia. So basically 2 cartoon ducks and an anime character.
Yeah, I had an anime character. Anyways, and a blue cat and a human character. That's crazy. Anyway, well, Izuku's a human, but like both aren't the same style. Anyways, now before I want to do ships, but let's do the hated. Let's do our top 3 hated characters. The most hated. We'll do just top 3 because I can't really predict too much. I already have at least one.
Yeah, we need something to fill the last 30 minutes. It's all to hop off at 1 a.m. because that's my sleep schedule.
Stay motivated.
Alright, so yeah. Alright, so starting off, number 1 is of course Mineta from My Hero Academia. Everyone's got a reason to. No one likes a little rapist who also tries to touch girls inappropriately. Wait, just ask Yagirozu and Ashido. But the question is, the crap did Ashido Did she freaking brainwash him? Did she show him gay porn? Like, what?
Yo! Imagine that. Hear me out.
Like, no one knows what the crap Mineta saw that day, but God, whatever it was, he had not touched a female since.
I don't know who exactly is my least favorite character from Gundam. I'm just gonna list one, and I'm just gonna mention it again, but Nicole's mother is one of the biggest disgraces I've ever seen in animation history. That mother is so just abusive towards Nicole. Like, giving her an F for gender. Are you brainwashed? That is the most, I'm gonna say a slur, retarded thing I've ever seen. Like, you're a female. You basically feel, cause like, is her mother sexist? Hello? And yes, that's from the
right.
Choices episode, by the way, from season 6. That's literally from, wait, season 5. That's literally from the season 5 episode, The Choices. Well, like, she's like, you get an F. And it's like, it's just my gender. Too bad. Bruh, that would make me triggered. If I actually saw this episode when it came out, I would have been triggered as a kid. Cause, oh my god. I used to be easily triggered at things. And occasionally I do, depending on things, but that at the time, bro. I just can't. And also, she's just, she's so, like, she just doesn't seem to, like, actually care. She lacks care and empathy towards Nicole. And has made Nicole the monster that she has become a bit. And it's definitely, like, I definitely see trauma in Nicole's eyes. But come on. How you gotta do her like that, man?
Oh my god, that was a freaking gold bass that I freaking messed up on.
Boost, drop the bass. Don't.
Alright, let me see. I know there was someone that I could not stand seeing on TV. Every time his first was on, I just got so mad. Oh, there he is. Alright, this is a whole different, like, it's from a childhood show that I watched. And that show was Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, and the one character I could not stand was Diesel. Like, I could not stand him. Him rolling up being like diesel engines are better than steam engines. We're taking over, and then you're all going to be scrapped. Which is basically like telling people you're gonna be killed. I mean, you can find clips of that stuff on YouTube.
Let's be honest. My next one is actually a character from Inside Job, and it's literally
Oh, dude, I've seen Inside Job. That was one heck of a good show.
Reagan's dad is so selfish and tried using his own daughter. Like, bruh, that's just so scummy. I think that's just another.
Wait, wasn't the dad voiced by Alex Hirsch?
I could double check.
I know
that.
he did some work on the show.
Yeah, he definitely did. And I can't believe that show got canceled. That's another one, again, another show I saw on Netflix. And that show it's underrated. I loved it. And fun fact, the reason why I like her, another character I want to give a shout out to that I relate to in a way, would be Reagan's character. She's confirmed autistic. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. And oh my gosh, I love her character. I love the show. I liked the progression of it. It was pretty epic. But her dad, so flippin' evil, dude. You do this to your own child. Why? Like, you literally are you used her, you brainwashed her, removing memories of her own